Hello, this is Bibi Ramana, teacher in English. In this video, I would like to share with you the topic join these sentences using the conjunction as soon as. Well, now what is the meaning of as soon as? As soon as means immediately or immediately after. Now the question is when to use as soon as. As soon as is used when there are two sentences showing two different actions. I mean the earlier or first action or later or the second action. So when the second action happens immediately after the first action, that is the case where we make use of as soon as. And now the question is how to use as soon as. There are two important rules that guide us. One is first we have to identify the earlier action out of the two given sentences, and next we have to keep as soon as before that earlier action. These are the two important rules that guide us. Look at the example. The thief saw the police. He ran away. Here there are two sentences showing two actions. Here the thief saw the police is the first action, I mean the earlier action, and he ran away is the latter action. And first we have to identify the earlier action, that is here the thief saw the police, and the second action is he ran away. And now we have to keep as soon as just before that earlier action, that is the thief saw the police. So the answer will be as soon as the thief saw the police, he ran away will be the right answer. Now let us have an exercise. Join the sentences using as soon as. First one, I saw him immediately, I called him. Here there are two clauses are there. One is I saw him and another one is I called him. Out of these two clauses, which clause shows the which clause shows the earlier action, which clause shows the latter action? Naturally, I saw him is the earlier action, I called him is the latter action. And where to keep as soon as before earlier action, that is I saw him. So the right answer will be as soon as I saw him, I called him. And example number 2, I completed the work, I went home. Here we have to first identify the earlier action. The earlier action is I completed the work, and the latter action is I went home. And now where to keep as soon as. As soon as is to be kept before the earlier action, that is I completed the work. So the right answer is as soon as I completed the work, I went home. And example number 3, the power went off, I entered the house. And out of these two questions, two sentences, and we have to identify which sentence comes first. I mean the which is the first action and which is the latter action. Here the first action is I entered the house and the latter action is power went off. And now where to keep as soon as. As soon as is to be kept before the earlier action, that is I entered the house. So the answer will be power went off as soon as I entered the house. And now fourth question, the children will come out of the classroom, the bell is over. Out of these two sentences, first we have to identify the earlier action. Here the earlier action is the bell is over. And now the second action is the children will come out of the classroom. And now where to keep as soon as, naturally before the earlier action, that is bell is over. So the answer will be the children will come out of the classroom as soon as the bell is over. And last example, I look at sweets, my mouth waters. Out of these two sentences, which one will be the earlier action, which one will be the latter action? Naturally the earlier action is I look at sweets, and second action will be my mouth waters. So where to keep as soon as? So as soon as is kept before the earlier action, that is I look at sweets. So the right answer will be as soon as I look at sweets, my mouth waters. In this way whenever we are given two sentences, when those sentences include the earlier action and later action, there we can make use of as soon as. And where to keep as soon as, it's quite easy, and we have to identify the earlier action, and before that we have to keep as soon as. Well friends, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel by tapping subscribe button on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. Namaste.